So let's get right into it. We've all been hearing a ton about AI chatbots, but what about AI browsers? I'm talking about a browser that doesn't just search for you, but actually acts for you. Today, we're going to walk through one user's week-long experiment with a tool called Perplexity Comet, and honestly, it seems like it completely changed their whole idea of what a browser can even do. And this quote right here, this is the perfect place to start. It really captures that feeling, going from I don't get it to being a total convert. It's one thing to hear about some new tech, but it's something else entirely to see it change how you get stuff done every single day. So let's break down what this thing did that was so different. First things first, this is a browser that takes action. And that right there is the secret sauce. It's not just about finding information, it's about doing things. If you get this one concept, you'll see why Comet is such a departure from all the other tools you might have tried. This slide really breaks it down perfectly. Think about your setup right now. Maybe Chrome with a Gemini or ChatGPT extension. It's great at fetching information, right? It gives you answers in a little sidebar. But an AI browser like Comet, it actually gets its hands dirty. It clicks buttons, it types into forms, it navigates through menus. It literally does the task for you. All right, so let's see what that looks like in the real world. Think of it as your everyday digital assistant. The best way to get it is to start with those common, super frustrating things we all have to do online. This is where you really start to see the magic. Okay, the classic online shopping struggle, finding a promo code that actually works. We've all been there. On the left, a tool like ChatGPT can search for codes, but then it just hands you a list. You still have to do all the work, copy, paste, try again, copy, paste, but look at Comet on the right. It does the whole job. It finds the codes, and then it actually tries them in your shopping cart one by one until, bam, it finds one that works. You just sit back and watch. And the difference in how long it takes, it's kind of wild. In this user's test, ChatGPT took 11 minutes to finally get a working code. 11. Comet did it in just a few seconds. Now, that is the power of an agent that can act right on the page. And it's not just for shopping. Think about trying to find a W-9 form on the IRS website, or figuring out exactly what you need from the DMV for a car registration. Instead of getting lost in a maze of confusing menus, you just ask Comet. It does all the annoying clicking for you. So yeah, it's amazing for getting past those daily online headaches. But where it goes from just being helpful to feeling like a legitimate superpower is for anyone who works with content, especially on a platform like YouTube. I mean, just look at this list. We're talking about everything from research to actually managing your content. It can find the exact second a quote is said in a really long video. It can answer questions about what's in the video, pull timestamps, grab the thumbnail. It can even add the video to one of your playlists. It's like a whole content studio built right in. What's so amazing is the precision. You can give it a pretty abstract command, like finding that iconic Steve Jobs moment about liberal arts and technology, and it will just sift through videos and find that exact clip. Can you imagine the time that saves a researcher or a video editor? It's huge. And it's not just for video. Say you've got like a dozen Amazon tabs open for a project. You can ask Comet to just consolidate all of them into a perfectly formatted list with clean titles and short URLs. That's a tedious 15-minute job that just evaporates, done in seconds. Okay, now for the really powerful stuff. This is where we go from just asking it to do tasks to true automation, setting things on autopilot and letting the browser just work for you in the background. This is such a great real-world example. So the user uploads audio to Apple Podcasts, but then they have to wait around for it to process before they can hit publish. It's so annoying. With Comet, they just tell it, hey, refresh this page every minute, and as soon as that publish button is active, click it for me. It completely gets rid of having to babysit a web page. And it gets even better. You can actually talk to the data that's on your screen. So imagine you're looking at your podcast analytics dashboard, and instead of clicking and sorting, you just ask a direct question like this. And it just analyzes the page to find the answer. This works with YouTube Studio, Google Analytics, pretty much any dashboard. It can even download a CSV file if it needs to dig deeper, format the results for you, and even suggest the right formulas for Google Sheets. It's like having a data analyst on call 24/7. Okay, so all of this sounds absolutely incredible, which means what's the catch, right? With any tech this powerful, there's always a trade-off. And in this case, it's a big one: convenience versus your privacy. And we need to be really, really clear about this. The source material points out that Perplexity's CEO has been very open about their business model. The plan is to track
everything you do in the browser and then use that data to sell hyper-personalized ads.
So that brings us to the core dilemma, which this slide lays out perfectly. The value is obvious, you save a ton of time, you get this amazing automation, but the considerations are just as serious. Every single thing you do is tracked, which means this is absolutely not the browser you want to be using for your online banking or anything else that's sensitive. And this really points to the future, doesn't it? The user who tested Comet said they hope this kind of incredible functionality won't be stuck in ad-supported browsers forever. The dream scenario? Seeing this kind of intelligence built right into a mainstream browser like Safari, where privacy is supposed to be the main thing.
And that leaves us with the big question. We've seen what this tech can do, the amazing efficiency, and the really significant privacy costs. So, is this it? Is this kind of action-taking, AI-powered browser the future of how we're all going to use the web? It definitely feels like we're at the beginning of something huge.